happened. I was born as Stacy Murray Buchanan. I had a legal name change. And I wish I could tell you that I grew up in a loving home environment, but I didn't. And some of the stuff I share with you, I'm kind of nervous to share because it goes deep, and I didn't exactly have a common loving home to grow up in. I grew up being physically, emotionally, and sexually abused. My dad beat me almost daily. My parents were alcoholics. My mom was a witch. She boiled cats alive for their bones and made voodoo dolls. My dad was very racist. In grade school, we went to a zoo. I met some dark-skinned kids, and I played with them. I had great fun there. I later told my dad about this, and I got severely beaten. That's when I found out about racism. When I was a teen, I had 2 out-of-body experiences, and that I blame kind of on my mom doing witchcraft in the house and stuff. Growing up, I had depression so bad I tried to sleep away the hours, and I've had several suicide attempts throughout my teen and adult life. I was homeless in my life 3 times. The first time I was pregnant. I almost aborted my firstborn, then almost gave her up for adoption. I've been married and divorced. I have 2 adult children. I had 1 miscarriage. And this is something that I'm really nervous to share with you. I'll share. I used to want to kill people, and I used to make hit lists. I used to be a witch and a Satanist. I was going to practice voodoo as well. I used to be a racist. I was in the KKK. I have a split tongue and serial killers on my arm because I used to idolize them at the time, and I wanted to be the cool, tough, gothic chick at one time. I used to have horn implants in my head and a face full of piercings. At one point, I joined a small circus. I was Gypsy Rosalie, and I did sideshow acts in Palm Regan and fortune tellings. Before my 40th birthday, we went to my husband's coworker's funeral. The guy that died was 40. Now, around about this time, I had a great fear of death and dying. I didn't know anything about Jesus or God, and I thought when you died, that was it. You were just done. But I was terrified about death and dying. Then the pastor at the funeral invited me and my husband to his church. It took a while, but one day my husband urged me to go, so I went. The sermon was on death and dying, and the Psalms 46:10 to be still. I found out that believers saw Jesus upon dying. That right then and there, I was saved, and I became a believer. And I cried, and I could feel like as if Jesus was hugging me. And as of today, I've forgiven my parents and others who offended me. I learned to love people of other races, and I've learned to love others. That's my testimony. I'm a little bit shaky now.